I wouldn't really call this a case, it's more of a jacket. Yeah, an iPhone jacket. Made of some pretty sweet leather, it can also do this. So, let's check it out.
This sheet of cloth is all it is. Made of some pretty sweet leather on the exterior though, mine has aged magnificently well during my testing, with some soft teddy bear skin lining on the inside to keep your iPhone feeling cozy. The real magic is under this layer of paper though, but be sure to keep this handy as you will probably want to reuse it later. This special adhesive leaves no residue behind, can be reused over and over, and is what will keep your case and your iPhone inseparable. But first, it's cleaning time, because it's no secret you and I are complete slobs. Dropping your phone like that is optional, but start by lining the camera cutout and using your other hand, pinching the bottom corner to align the rest of the case. Don't forget to really give it a squeeze to make sure it's as attached as your girlfriend is. Then verifying it lines up to the front screen, and voila! That was a solid 8 out of 10 in the easy to do department. But I know, this is your first thought when you think adhesive. And I hope this demonstration eases your beautiful and delicate minds. It's not going anywhere. Looking around the case, the power button is fully exposed. The case doesn't even extend past it. Volume button's covered, but have marked locations in case you're like new to an iPhone or something. The mute rocker is blocked, although I will argue I never switch it off silent, so losing access to it is not a deal breaker for me. A full camera cutout around back with the leather just thick enough to keep it raised, although that may flatten over time with usage from your tight-ass skinny jeans. Bottom edges are fully exposed. Just be warned, with the lack of coverage from the case, it can be easily scratched up if you do this a lot. And finally, wireless charging isn't affected, it's just as slow as usual. In the hand, it feels like you're holding an all-leather iPhone, let alone one so neatly detailed with its stitching and curved edges, and given how thin this case is, it honestly feels more like a skin over your iPhone than a case. But it does have a few tricks up its sleeve, or should I say in its sleeve. Get it? Because the magnet is inside the sleeve that makes the screen turn on and off auto-magically. Anyways, it's very handy for people who are just too lazy to hit the power button. Working off the same sleeve joke though, there are 2 card slots, which for me is an ID card and a transit card. Basically the 2 cards that can't be inputted into Apple Pay, whereas everything else is digitally stored there. What a really wow moment for me was, with 2 cards inserted, it's still super slim, a very faint difference in size compared to without them. That's impressive. I'm not saying this will fully replace your wallet, but it's a great option for just commuting to the office, a night out, or if you have no friends, then a trip to get takeout to eat alone at home. Now all these fun features may be familiar too. The new Apple leather FOLIO case also offers a full leather build, pockets for cards, cash, and other miscellaneous things, albeit much more space than the SurfacePad, a built-in magnet on the front for auto on-off witchery, but in a full FOLIO case design with coverage for your whole iPhone. At half the cost though, the SurfacePad, I'd argue, has softer leather that patina's prettier, only holds 2 cards, but is also the size of nothing, but it has a built-in stand, something the Apple leather FOLIO doesn't offer. A function I'd easily trade over more pockets and thicker, albeit more protective case, because I found myself using it quite often to watch the YouTubes, and it held in place without any issues. Now the reality is, this case isn't designed for impact protection, and even 12 South admits it in their own FAQ. The exposed edges will be prone to scratching from pocket keys, tossing it onto tables, and especially when your buttery fingers drop it. What it is good for is scratch resistance for your front and back glass. Nothing else, and that's okay. It's a trade-off for how slim the case is. But that's where the reusable adhesive and that paper I told you to keep comes in handy, because when you know you're going to be in rougher situations, like around evil kids, pull out your tough case and swap it out. Throw it around all you want. Then when you're done, save the paper and throw that sexy and sleek SurfacePad back on. Don't worry, even when reapplying, it sticks on just as strong, and I've done this over 10 times now. Using this in your hand is also the most hassle-free experience I've had with any FOLIO. It's so thin and light, it doesn't try to wobble around, and it doesn't feel like you're handling 2 devices when folded back. Unfortunately, your camera is covered when doing so though, so all your food porn photos of your chicken noodle soup, you will have to leave that front flap hanging around. Otherwise, for the lack of any actual case, you get card slots, a very useful stand, and most importantly, the need to never have to remember to turn off your iPhone ever again, because the case has your back. Oh, and one last test I know you're all curious about. Yes, it can fit a very slim case. I've got this cheap clear case on, and adjusted for the added bulk, it lines up fairly well. It sticks on fine, buttons are aligned, and the front screen just about lines properly. I'd imagine on an even thinner case, like from Totally or Peel, you'd get full scratch resistance without sacrificing any bulk.
This case should get you minimalist out there instantly wet. Made of some beautiful leather that gets you points in the style department, but in such a slim package, you'll forget you even have a case on. That's it. Check out my new store link below for accessorized merchandise along with old accessories I no longer use and you can pick up at a bargain price. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below letting me know what case you want me to review next. I rest my case. Ow.